Hello, this is Mike. Welcome to my health reset. I do have some notes here so that I don't forget anything that I want to cover on this video. 4 weeks ago, I decided I needed to reset my health and I started on a GLP-1 medication under my doctor's supervision. I'm using this medication as a tool, one of many things to improve my health. What the tool is allowing me to do, I'm finding out, is to do the things necessary to improve my health, blood work included. I don't really have a goal weight in mind. I do have two goals: to be at a healthy weight and to have healthy blood work and healthy labs. So with that being said, here's some of the health issues that I have. Starting with the big one, the last one's the big one. Starting, I guess, with the one I've been dealing with the longest is sleep apnea. So I've probably had sleep apnea for 10, 12 years, maybe, something like that. Within the last couple years, diabetes. I don't know if it's pre or if it is, but I'm saying it is because if you look at my A1Cs, they are in that range. So I don't know exactly what the doctor put in my chart because they did vary a little bit. But anyway, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, and the big one within the last couple years, cancer. So there's a lot of reasons that I wanted to get healthy, but I want to improve everything that I can, that I have control over. Some medications that I'm on. So for diabetes, I'm on Jardiance, which is a medication that helps you essentially pee out excess sugar in your system, therefore lowering your glucose levels in your blood, and over time should lower your A1C as well. Your A1C is like a 3-month average of your glucose levels. So I'm on Jardiance for that. Lisinopril for blood pressure, atorvastatin for cholesterol, CPAP machine so I don't choke on my tongue at night, and another one that I'm on, it's kind of interesting, prednisone for inflammation. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, I have melanoma. Thankfully right now, they don't really say in remission, they don't really say it's gone. They say there's no evidence of disease. So they say NED, no evidence of disease. So on my last scan, first part of January, I was clear. So thank God for that. In the course of about 3 different surgeries and some treatment for that, I was on some immunotherapy. The immunotherapy seemed to work pretty well as far as getting rid of the cancer, but it caused a lot of inflammation in my body, like my joints, my muscles. I got to the point where I couldn't even hardly get up out of a chair because my knee joints hurt so bad, but it was in every joint, fingers, shoulders, back. It was pretty much everywhere. The interesting part about that was they put me on prednisone and it wiped it out completely. Like, felt totally normal within like hours of going on it. Prednisone's not really good for you to be on long term, so they tried to wean me off of it a couple different times. So as I was getting off, I think the most I was ever on was like 10 milligrams, which isn't a super high dose. But it's high enough you don't want to be on it long term. You really don't want to be on any medication long term if you don't have to, which is kind of the point of getting healthy. And some of these things are helping control some of this stuff, but I want to have it controlled without the medication. So the prednisone, they tried to wean me off of it, sometimes I would get down, start like 10 milligrams. I'd do that for a while, and then I'd do this taper. I'd taper down to like, 5 and 2.5 or whatever. I didn't make it past 5 a couple times. All the inflammation started to come back and kind of was in the same boat I was before. So after trying that several times, and we lengthened out the taper, instead of being on 10 milligrams for like 5 days, I'd stay on it for like 10, 15 days, and then they would taper me down from there. kind of a gradual thing. It didn't really help. So my doctor sent me to a rheumatologist. I've got all kinds of doctors. Rheumatologist said, let's do a longer taper. Let's do 10 milligrams for a month, 7.5 for a month, 5 for a month, 2.5 for a month, and we'll see where we stand after you stop taking it totally. So the really cool news is, after being on a GLP-1 medication, which the one I'm on, there's several, I'm going to talk about it next time and talk about options. But anyway, with the diabetes, I'm on Mounjaro. So name brand, Lilly Pharmaceutical makes it, prescribed by my doctor. So after I was on it, I knew, because I told my doctor I needed help with cravings. Like, I craved everything, wanted to eat everything, and I did. Even with diabetes and my numbers terrible, could not stop eating. The cravings were terrible. So my doctor put me on this, and it was amazing. We'll talk more about it next time, but like, it wiped out my cravings almost immediately, like within like half a day. And I think that's partly why I've been so successful these last 4 weeks, which you'll see here in a little bit. But anyway, one of the things that I found out that this medication does too is it has a bunch of different benefits. One of them is relieving inflammation in the body. So instead of staying on the 10 milligrams, I did stay on it for 30 days, and because I was on a lot longer than 30 days, because I'm like, I can't come off this, or it's going to be, joint pain and all this stuff again. So I started the taper again after I started this medication. Anyway, I stayed on 10 for 30 days, and then I went down to 7.5. So I was down to 7.5 when I started this whole thing 4 weeks ago. So I've done the 7.5 now for 4 weeks. Saturday I just started 5. Feel awesome. So that's a good sign. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you updated going forward on that. Anyway, so prednisone for now for inflammation, but it looks like it's heading in the right direction. So when you go get blood work for your doctor, you do an annual physical, or you're not feeling well or whatever, they might do just like a general routine blood work. Some of the things they test are your cholesterol, and I'll give you my numbers. I'm going to be very transparent with this whole thing, and just honest. If they go up, they go up. If they go down, they go down. But I'm gonna tell it like it is. So my total cholesterol was 222. It's supposed to be normal is 100 to 199. Within that, there's HDL and LDL. There's good and bad cholesterol. I don't know. I didn't look those up to separate those out, but I know if the total's that high, the bad cholesterol is probably high too. So anyway, so we're going to be working on that. My triglycerides, not good. Triglycerides is essentially the amount of fat in your blood, and mine were 269 the last time I had it checked. Normal's 48 to 150. So not good. Almost, not quite, but getting close to double the high end of normal. Not good at all. My glucose, so kind of interesting, back on June 30th of 24, I had a fasting glucose level. So they ask you to fast for at least 8 hours. They take a blood sample and tell how much sugar's in your blood based on some sort of concentration, mg, I don't know how they do it. Anyway, mine was 168. Normal fasting glucose level is 70 to 99. So again, not good. Now the good thing is, after being on Jardiance and not watching my food intake, what I was eating, anything at all, or exercising at all, basically, it was 137 the first week in January. So just what, a couple months back? Yeah, a couple months back. So that's come down a little bit just with the Jardiance. Still not near normal, and 70 to 99 is normal, so 137 is not good either, but that was kind of headed in the right direction, just with medication though. No lifestyle change whatsoever. My A1C, which measures your 3-month average of your blood sugar levels, The last time I had it checked, it was 7.3. So the normal A1C should be 4.6 to 5.7. So you get to go above 5.7 and it goes into like pre-diabetic numbers, and then I don't know where that cutoff is, and then it's diabetic. Anyway, 7.3 is diabetic. Not good. So that all being said, I'm excited to see where these numbers go within the next few months. I think I go back to the doctor, my normal family doctor, which is an amazing doctor. Just a great guy, very knowledgeable, spends a lot of time with me. Never feel like he's rushing to get out of the room. If you don't have a really good doctor, get one. Don't be afraid to change. I've changed and really like this guy. Anyway, so I'm excited to see where all those lab numbers go. Now to the part that most people are probably most interested in, and I won't say that I'm least interested in because I think they go hand in hand, good labs and also weight. But my weight when I started this 4 weeks ago was 279.4 pounds. Currently, as of Saturday, which was the 4-week mark, it's 263.0. So that's 16.4 pounds down in 4 weeks. That's an average of 4.1 pounds per week lost. Now, it wasn't a straight line. I mean, 1 week it was like 2.3, but then 1 week, like the 3rd week, I think it was like 6 pounds, which is crazy to me. Now, the more you have to lose, the more you're going to lose quickly at first. A lot of it is inflammation, water weight, things like that, before you're losing body fat. So I don't expect that at all. Normal weight loss is about a half a pound to 2 pounds a week, and they consider that like a normal, healthy range to lose. So I know what I'm kind of doing right now is abnormal. But yeah, I'm in this for the long haul. I don't care if I get on that scale and it's down 6, even, up 2, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to stop. But I am going to get on the scale weekly, just kind of have a point to look at in the grand scheme of things. So, and I will do an update weekly on that, on my weight. So, and then I'll do an update when I get the new labs done that first week in May. Anyway, I know everyone's health journey looks different. We all have different bodies, different medical things going on, different starting points, different backgrounds. What I'm telling you now, this is just my story, and I'm choosing to share it honestly as I figure things out along the way, and I'm probably going to have to change some things along the way, and that's fine. It's a journey. If you're working on your health too, wherever you're starting, you've been doing it a while, you're just starting, like you saw this video and you're like, I'm going to start right now too because I need to make some changes. That's awesome. But wherever you're at, I'd really love to have you join me on this journey. I want this to be a community where we can all learn and help each other in a positive, caring environment. Negativity will not be tolerated no matter what any of us are doing. So subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments where you are on your journey. We're going to take this one step at a time, and we're going to do it together. Thank you, and I will see you on the next update.